Recently, I had a conversation with a gentleman about the topic of motivation and what he finds motivation in. And this was a gentleman that had gone through a lot of difficulties in his life. And if all goes well, you guys will see that conversation here on the channel very soon. And in that conversation, I asked him what he found as motivation when he was going through the difficulties that he went through in his life. And he told me that when he was a younger gentleman, he found motivation in knowing that he had his mother and father that were counting on him. And as he got older, his new motivation was his wife and children. And it got me thinking where motivation comes from and whether it comes from outside or inside. And motivation, and what gentleman said is to have motivation, you need to have something that you care about, something that is worth fighting for. And that resonated with me because I understand that in life, a lot of people have trouble finding motivation. And once you understand that you find motivation through knowing that you aren't just living your life for yourself, there's others who are counting on you. There's others who appreciate you and are counting on you finding success in life. Now, I've talked about here on this channel how most people don't care about you, but for the ones that do, those are the ones who are counting on you. And that is where you find motivation. With the loved ones that you have and the people you care about. You owe them to try your hardest in your life. You owe them your best effort. And I feel like not a lot of people have this perspective in life. Oftentimes, they're only thinking about their own pleasure and their own desires, not thinking about how that affects the people closest to them. And we are living in the easiest time to be alive right now. Life's full of distractions, very easy. Things are very easily laid out for people. At least if you're in a first world society. Not that way in the rest of the world, but at least in the first world countries, life is laid out pretty cookie cutter and pretty easy for most folks. And so with that can breed a level of complacency. And I saw a comment recently on my channel that said the most difficult thing about progressing in life and doing what you're supposed to do is all the outside negativity that comes with it. And you'd hear that and you'd think, well, why would there be negativity about somebody improving their lives, their life, and bettering themselves? But that's when you understand that, as I've said before, a lot of people don't achieve to their fullest potential in life. And that breeds a level of self hate, envy, disdain, and that needs to be exerted to something else. And so that's why it can be so hard to better yourself because it's very easy to fall into negativity and let that eat at you and prevent you from reaching to your fullest potential. So it's always important to remember that your dreams and your achievements, they will benefit you immensely, but they will also make the ones closest to you very proud of you. And that is what is worth fighting for. Never believe you're in this life just for yourself, because that is a fallacy. Other people are watching you, and there is a select few people who have a vested interest in your achievement. Not a lot of people. Please do not get this mistaken. This is a very important point. This is not many. This is a very select few. Not a lot of people are interested in your success, but there are some. It's a great blessing if you're watching this and you have the love of your mother and the love of your father, and they're together and they love each other. That's a great blessing. Those are some of the people who are interested, hopefully, in your success in life. And it's not easy. Sometimes there can be conflict and it's difficult to find what you want out of your life. And sometimes it can be in conflict with what others want for you. And that's where you really have to look within yourself and find out what exactly you want out of life. But once you find that, it's up to you to put in the work to achieve and understand that your success will make the ones closest to you proud. So also understand that when you don't put in your effort, don't put in the work, and you do nothing and you are lazy and you get distracted, conversely, the people around you, as much as they say they're going to be proud of you, they will be disappointed in you. And understand that there will be no person more disappointed in you than yourself. And that's where the self hatred comes in. And I talked about how people are watching you who have vested interest in your success. There is also people watching you who have a vested interest in your failure. The underachievers, the losers. I talked in my last video about a winner's mentality. Well, there's also a loser's mentality. And they're watching you. The losers are watching you because they want you to fail. They want you to fail just like they are failing. Bitter, angry people, they want you to fail. And they're watching you. Don't believe. I didn't think this was true years ago, but it is. They are watching you. Because what else are they going to do? They're underachieving. And they need to feel better about themselves. And they need to bring you down with them. So you can use those two things as motivation. You can use this as motivation. Understand that your success will make the people around you that you love very proud of you. Regardless, what your dreams and what achieving your dreams means to you will always be of interest to the people closest to you. Conversely, if you want to find motivation in the second factor, the people that dislike you are rooting for your failure. So perhaps you find motivation in proving people wrong. That's fun. That's cool. But do not believe that either of those things don't exist. You're on a stage. Your job is to find out what you need to achieve in this life. And once you find that out, make sure that what you want to achieve will have a massive positive effect on your life. Is it worth achieving for you? Find out what you care about. Understand what it can do for you and what it'll make you feel. And once you find out what you care about, and if you are able to figure out that it'll massively change your life, what you care about, you need to pursue your dreams and understand that your success will trickle down to the people around you that care about you and also destroy the people that hate you. And they're watching, both of them. So put on a show. Give them something to talk about.